Imagine biting into a rotten egg that's been buried for months, or chewing on a still beating heart. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is doing exactly that. From insects marinated in their own venom, to cheese crawling with live maggots, people around the globe are devouring things that'll make your stomach turn. Stick around, because number one involves a delicacy so disturbing, it's actually illegal in multiple countries, and people have died eating it. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button and drop a comment telling us which of these you'd actually try. Ever wonder what Vikings ate to survive Iceland's brutal winters? Meet Hakal, Greenland shark that's been buried underground for 6 to 12 weeks, then hung to dry for 4 months. This isn't your average sushi. The Greenland shark's flesh is naturally toxic due to high urea and trimethylamine oxide content, which would actually poison you if eaten fresh. The fermentation process breaks down these toxins, but leaves behind a smell so overpowering that celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain called it the worst thing he'd ever eaten. Imagine ammonia-soaked fish jerky that's been marinating in a public restroom. Each cube-sized piece costs about $15 in Reykjavik restaurants, and locals traditionally chase it with a shot of Brennivin, a potent schnapps, just to kill the taste. Picture cracking open what looks like a normal egg, except inside there's a fully formed duckling. Feathers, beak, bones, and all. That's balut, the Philippine street food that's been eaten for over 100 years. The eggs are incubated for 14 to 21 days, just long enough for the embryo to develop tiny wings, a recognizable head, and sometimes even downy feathers. You crack the shell, sip the surrounding fluid first, which tastes like a rich, gamey broth. Then eat everything else in 1 or 2 bites. Filipinos consume approximately 200 million balut eggs every single year. The texture is the real mind-bender. Part soft-boiled egg, part crunchy cartilage. Vendors sell them hot from portable carts for about 30 pesos each, and locals swear it boosts stamina better than any energy drink. Most people throw away cheese when it gets moldy. In Sardinia, they wait for it to become infested with thousands of live maggots, then consider it a delicacy. Kazumazu, which literally means rotten cheese, is pecorino that's been deliberately exposed to cheese flies. These flies lay eggs, which hatch into translucent white larvae that eat through the cheese, breaking down its fats through digestion. The result? A soft, weeping cheese containing thousands of live, wriggling maggots, each about 8 millimeters long. When disturbed, these larvae can actually launch themselves up to 6 inches into the air, which is why experienced eaters shield the cheese with their hands. The European Union banned its sale in 2002 due to health concerns, but Sardinians still produce it illegally, selling wheels for up to $100 each on the black market. They call it the caviar of Mexico, but instead of fish eggs, you're eating the babies of giant, venomous ants. Eskimos are the larvae and pupae harvested from the roots of agave plants, where Liametopum ants build their colonies. Collectors risk painful stings from the aggressive worker ants, who inject a venom that causes burning welts lasting for days. The harvest season runs only from March to May, making these insect eggs incredibly expensive, sometimes reaching $90 per kilogram in Mexico City's upscale restaurants. The texture is similar to cottage cheese, with a buttery, slightly nutty flavor. Each agave root can contain up to 500 grams of larvae. Imagine scooping out what looks like creamy white corn kernels, knowing they would have hatched into thousands of biting ants. Chefs saute them with butter and spices, serving them in tacos that cost $25 each. Now imagine your food fighting back as you try to swallow it. Sannakji is a Korean delicacy where a small octopus is cut into pieces and served immediately, while the nerve endings are still firing. Those tentacles are literally still squirming on your plate, and the hundreds of suction cups are very much still functional. Each year, approximately 6 people in South Korea actually die from eating sannakji, when the writhing tentacles stick to their throat or the roof of their mouth, causing them to choke. The octopus arms measure about 4 to 6 inches long and are strong enough to grip your tongue and teeth as you chew. You have to chew quickly and thoroughly, or those suckers will attach to your esophagus on the way down. Restaurants charge around $15 to $30 per serving, and you can feel the tentacles moving in your mouth with a sensation people describe as deeply unsettling, like something actively trying to escape. What if I told you people deliberately make eggs look and smell rotten, then pay premium prices for them? Century eggs, despite the name, are only preserved for weeks to months in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime, and rice hulls. The alkaline mixture raises the pH to around 12, which is more caustic than household bleach. This chemical bath transforms the egg white into a dark brown, translucent jelly with the texture of firm gelatin, while the yolk becomes creamy, dark green, and develops a pungent sulfur and ammonia smell. The entire egg turns colors you'd normally associate with something gone horribly wrong. Chinese cuisine has featured these for over 600 years, and they're considered a sophisticated, acquired taste. The ammonia scent is so strong, it can clear a room, similar to inhaling cleaning products. Each egg takes about 3 months to fully cure and sells for roughly $2 to $3 in Asian markets. Picture a larva the size of your middle finger, plump and wriggling, that's been living underground eating tree roots for up to 7 years. That's the witchetty grub, a traditional Aboriginal Australian food that's been sustaining indigenous people for over 60,000 years. These moth larvae can grow up to 12 centimeters long and as thick as a bratwurst. They're usually eaten alive and raw, though you can roast them over coals until the skin crisps up like chicken. The taste? Raw, they have the texture of a runny egg yolk with a nutty almond-like flavor. While cooked, they supposedly taste like roasted chicken with the skin still on. Each grub contains more protein per gram than beef, and just 10 grubs can provide enough calories for an entire day's survival in the bush. Tour operators in Australia now charge tourists $50 for the experience of eating one live grub, watching their faces contort as they feel it wiggle down. You're about to pay $300 for a single pound of coffee beans that were literally pooped out by a small cat-like animal. Kopi Luwak is produced when Asian palm civets eat rob coffee cherries, digest the fruit pulp, but pass the beans whole through their digestive system. Enzymes and stomach acids in the civet's intestines break down proteins in the beans that normally cause bitterness, supposedly creating the world's smoothest coffee. After the civet defecates, workers collect the feces, wash the beans, and roast them like normal coffee. A single cup can cost $80 in luxury cafes from New York to Tokyo. Here's the dark side. The massive demand has created civet farms where the animals are kept in tiny battery cages and force-fed coffee cherries, producing about 50 kilograms of beans per civet annually. You're essentially drinking coffee that's been marinating in animal intestines for 24 to 36 hours before being expelled. Every year, over 15 tons of silkworm pupae are consumed just in South Korea alone. Bondegi are the leftover pupae from silk production, boiled or steamed and served in paper cups as street food. These pupae are the actual worm inside the cocoon, complete with tiny developing moth parts like legs and antennae. The smell hits you first, a pungent, nutty, slightly fishy aroma that vendors say attracts customers from blocks away. Each pupa is about the size of a large peanut, and when you bite down, they pop in your mouth, releasing a warm, slightly bitter liquid. Texture-wise, imagine a firm gummy bear on the outside with liquid custard inside. Street vendors sell them for about 3,000 won per cup, roughly $2.50, with each cup containing about 50 to 60 pupae. South Koreans consume these as a nostalgic snack, particularly the older generation, who grew up eating them as a cheap protein source after the Korean War. Here's number 1, the only food on this list that can kill you in under 4 hours if prepared incorrectly. Fugu contains tetrodotoxin, a poison 1,200 times deadlier than cyanide, with no known antidote. A single pufferfish carries enough toxin to kill 30 adult humans. The liver, ovaries, and skin contain the highest concentrations, and just 1 milligram of this neurotoxin will paralyze your diaphragm, leaving you fully conscious but unable to breathe until you suffocate. In Japan, chefs must train for at least 3 years and pass rigorous examinations before they're licensed to prepare fugu. Despite these precautions, approximately 5 to 10 people still die from fugu poisoning every year, usually from amateur preparation or daredevils eating the toxic organs intentionally for a tingling sensation. A full fugu dinner at a licensed Tokyo restaurant costs between $200 to $500. The fish's deadliness comes from bacteria in its diet that produce the toxin, making it the ultimate game of culinary Russian roulette. Here's a final mind-blowing fact. There's actually a growing movement of extreme food tourists who travel the world specifically to eat the most dangerous and disgusting delicacies they can find, spending over $10,000 per trip just for bragging rights. Some even maintain scorecards rating foods by disgust factor and survival risk. If you made it this far, you're clearly fascinated by the extreme side of cuisine. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss our countdown videos, and drop a comment right now. Which one of these foods would you actually be brave enough to try? Or are you sticking with pizza forever? See you in the next ranking.